wife's worried I'm gonna trip and screw up the video. But anyway, so we went to Sintra today and we listened to some advice beforehand and we disregarded other advice. And what is the first thing that you learned?
The first thing I learned was that the Penna Palace was prettier on the outside than the inside and was not worth the long line wait to get in.
Yeah, and I snuck a half hour ahead in line because the guy waved me through and we got there and there are 3 checkpoints. And so you are not gonna likely get in early if you sneak up the line early. So a lot of people got turned away, myself included, and you need your tickets or some validation once you get inside the castle because they're gonna scan them again.
And again.
And again. And what was there anything cool about the inside of the palace?
It was okay, but it was definitely not worth the wait. And this is the other thing, is why we were standing in line. Someone said that they progressively get more and more behind as the day goes on. So if you have a late in the day pass to get in, you might not even get in because they shut it down at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if you've gotten in or not. So go, if you do want to see the inside, make sure you get the first pass of the day.
We got the 11:30 pass and we set out from Lisbon at 8 a.m. got on the first train and got there. And what you may not know or don't see in the guidebooks or the videos is once you get to Sintra, you're not there yet. You need to take a bus. There'll be people trying to sell you tickets when you get off the train immediately. Don't buy those. Those are $10 one way. Obviously, you need a round trip ticket. And so we took the bus and I sat behind the driver and there was no view and I got extremely car sick, so I would not recommend that. And once you get to the top, realize that there are a few stops and it was raining when we were there, so it was very difficult to get a ride back home. So how do we get home?
There was a nice gentleman with a Jeep who said €5 each and I'll give you a ride to the train station. But what was really cool was when we got in his Jeep, he started telling us or asking us what we did, what we wanted to do, and he gave us some expert tips on how to find the well, which is one thing we really wanted to do, and then how to walk back to the train station from the well. So we probably saved a ton of time and a lot of headache waiting for the bus.
We thought we could go to the castle and walk to the well, which you can, but it's about a 45-minute walk. And so he called ahead and actually spoke to somebody at the initiation well and got approval that we could show up late with our ticket, which was apparently not all that uncommon. They're not as strict there as they are at the palace. So anyways, he checked it out for us, dropped us off within spitting distance of the entrance, and so we were able to do the initiation well. Otherwise it would have been a total bust. The initiation well is not part of the Lisbon ticket. You have to buy that separately when you get off the train at the little kiosk there where you buy your bus ticket. So don't think that the Lisbon ticket gets you into the well. It won't. And what else doesn't it get you into?
Oh, it doesn't get you into the castle. The Moorish, sorry, it's been a long day. Moorish castle. You get a discount at the Moorish castle, but you have to get it validated and pay for your discounted ticket at the ticket kiosk, which is kind of a, I don't know, quarter-mile walk from the entrance of the Moorish castle, so do that.
Yeah, we walked all the way up to the entrance of the Moorish castle and got inside, and the guy said, "Where's your ticket?" I showed him the Lisbon card and he said, "That's not it, go back to the start." And by that point we were sopping wet because it rained. We should have bought the $5 umbrella the night before, which we didn't. But anyways, the outside of the castle was probably just as cool because we did go inside St. George's Castle, and so I think one castle a trip is probably enough. It's kind of like churches. Once you've seen some of them, you've probably seen too many of them. And the smoke you see is they're roasting chestnuts, which is something they do in the fall.
Delicious.
So the other thing that we learned about Sintra is it's not a little village. It's 500,000 people, and they have some unique pastries like most regional things. And so what do we have?
We got a pillow, something pillow, and then it actually has cheese in it and cinnamon. So it was an interesting combination. They used to use what was left over from making cheese, he said, but now they use just cheese. But it was a traditional Sintra pastry.
Also the train ride. People say to sit on the left side of the train. Doesn't really matter. You're going to drive through urban sprawl, and if you like graffiti, it doesn't really matter which side you sit on. You're going to see plenty of it. But it was a little bit foggy and hazy today, and we didn't really see any scenic sights maybe until the very, very end. So all in all, it was a good day. It's we set out at 8. It's now 3:30. So they tell you to plan for a half a day when you do the Penna Palace, and I think that is an underestimation. We walk on average 12 to 15 miles, some days 20 miles, and so we get our steps in, but you're not going to get it done all in a half a day. I would say
I would say a whole day, because had it not been pouring rain, I probably would have wanted to stay up there and see some more stuff and walk around a little more, walk around in the gardens. So I would plan for a whole day. I would go early, plan for a whole day.
I agree. Plan for a whole day. Skip the inside of the castle. Do the castle grounds, which are really cool. Understand that there's 2 loops for the bus route. You're going to take a central loop, which covers some of the castles and palaces, and then there's another wider exterior loop, which covers other things. They're different bus numbers, so keep that in mind. And the thing that we learned from the Jeep guy, drove us down the hill in an old, I don't know, World War II era kind of diesel Jeep. But anyways, the castles inside in the Sintra area are much prettier on the inside, less crowded, less expensive, and highly recommended to do those. So on our next trip, we'll probably check that out in lieu of the Penna Palace. So hope you found that helpful.
Cheers.
Cheers.